I just got here. Wanted to ask what the actual question is.
The actual question is, really, it's a challenge at this point because we know that you guys, from our experience so far, we're dealing with a lot of Muslims who hate the Quran, who hate Allah, who hate Muhammad, because they deny everything Allah says, they deny everything Muhammad says and teaches. They twist what they say and they say the opposite. So why do y'all do that, man? That's the question at this point. Why do you?
How many Muslims have you met? That's my question.
Thousands.
Right now.
Thousands.
All right. And how many of them have actually said things like that? Have twisted the Quran, the words of Allah?
About 99 or put words into Allah's mouth He never said, or Muhammad's words He never said, and they'll say the opposite. That's demonstrating that they hate Allah.
Yeah, can you give the example?
Is that somebody else?
Where's the cousins, yeah?
Oh, so there's two of you guys.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome. Okay, yeah, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
You too. There's two lots up here too.
Yeah, there's two of us up here. That's all right.
Yeah, so we're both Muslim. And
okay.
So what we do is that if we don't know something about a question that somebody asks about Islam, we don't give them an answer. We tell them that we're gonna research it a bit, and then afterwards gonna tell them what we think is true. And if somebody can prove us wrong and give us a proof of what they're saying is right, then we'll believe that.
Okay.
How you could have met that many people who tell lies, but that's how we do.
Godlogic, can you give me an example when they twisted the Quran?
Say that again?
Can you give me an example, like which verse did the Muslims?
Yeah, I got you. So here's an example. Do you guys believe the Quran is clear?
Yes.
I do too. But some Muslims, they say no, it's not.
So I am from the newer generation as well, and I also. Yeah, I'm quite young. So the thing is, I have experienced a bit of what you're telling me, but that's because the parents of those aren't actually that focused towards Islam, because they might have migrated from a country where they weren't well off and are now the same. But if you were to go to a mosque, then you probably meet I don't know what the English word is.
Somebody knowledgeable.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we've done that already, brother. We've done that.
And what was their answer? Like, were they?
They kicked us out.
They kicked you out.
Yeah.
Well, that is not supposed to happen, because the mosque I go to, they welcome everyone.
Well, this particular mosque, they kicked us out. There was another mosque that accepted us in, and we had a conversation with the imam. That was awesome, but it's hit or miss. Not every place is the same.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So this is an example of a verse that some Muslims twist. So, this verse right here is chapter 12, verse 111, Surah Yunus, verse 111. It says, "Indeed,"
like, what did they twist?
Yeah, I'm about to show you. "Indeed, in their stories there is a lesson of men of understanding. It, the Quran, is not a forged statement, but a confirmation of Allah's existing books, the Torah and Gospel, and a detailed explanation of everything, and a guide and a mercy for people who believe." So this verse is giving you different qualities that the Quran has. One, it's not a forged statement. It's not a fabricated statement, right?
Yeah.
It's a confirmation of the previous scriptures.
Yeah.
It is a detailed explanation of everything, at least about what the Quran talks about. It is a guide, and it is also a mercy for those who believe. Right? So they'll say, oh, well, the part right here when I ask them about whether the Quran is clear and it's explained, this is the part that they twist. It says that it's a detailed explanation of everything. But a lot of Muslims believe that.
They don't believe that. So they might not believe it because it doesn't compare to the world right now. The Quran is how many years old? 1,400 about?
Yep.
So it can't have like things from the future. It can resemble a lot, but it's more for the older generation when it first came out. So that's something that people might not understand.
Yeah. So what about the things that the Quran talks about in its time? Do you think it's detailed and explained about everything?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So here's an example of what I think it kind of misses the mark. If we go to, like, for example, chapter 11, verse 1. And, hold on, let me just, do you guys read Arabic at all?
No, we can't understand it. We're learning.
Okay, all right, that's all right. That's all right. Let's go here. Man, even this has parentheses. Okay. So it says, Aleph Lam Ra.
Yeah.
This is a book whose verses are perfected and then presented in detail from the wise and acquainted. So from Allah.
Yeah.
So the first part like this, the Aleph Lam Ra. What does that mean?
The Aleph Lam Ra is it doesn't have meaning. It's something. It's just what's it called? It's just it's something to start where surah starts. You get me? It doesn't have like. It's not. They're just letters. They're just letters.
Do they don't have a meaning?
They don't have a meaning. They're just there. You begin with them.
So it's like that's it. So like Aleph Lam Ra, there's Aleph Lam Mim and stuff like that. You're saying these letters don't have any meaning in the Quran. They're just there.
They're just there. They just begin a new surah.
Okay. Does every surah like start like that?
I haven't finished the Quran, but I don't think so.
And chapter 12 starts like that. Aleph Lam Ra. These are the verses of a clear book. Let's see another one. This is interesting. Let's check.
Yeah. So I have confirmed that not everything begins with Aleph Lam Ra.
Okay. Aleph Lam Mim Ra. These are the verses of the book. Interesting. So there's no one knows what this means exactly, huh?
Yeah, it's just letters. They're just letters from the alphabet.
Yeah, there's one that says Taha. Interesting. Taha. That's the name of the chapter.
Yes, Taha is. Sorry. No, you can continue.
Let me see. Let's go to chapter this one. Okay, chapter 17, verse 1 doesn't start off like that, but let's see.
Yeah.
Chapter 17, verse 1 says, Exalted is he who took his servant by night from Al-Masjid Al-Haram to Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa, so from the sacred mosque to the furthest mosque, whose surroundings we have blessed to show him of our signs. Indeed, he is the hearing, the seeing. who is the servant here that it's being
The servant is Muhammad.
And where
Muhammad
is it?
sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The servant is because Muhammad is the last prophet. He is the servant, and if you look at hadith or transliteration of that, you can the scholars also say that the servant is Muhammad.
Yeah, but does the Quran say that the servant is Muhammad?
Like I told you, I haven't read the whole Quran, and I'm still learning. Right now, this is also a learning opportunity for me. I don't actually know.
Yeah, that's okay. So, to answer your question, because I just wanted to see where your head was, just picking your brain. But the answer to the question is no. The Quran doesn't tell you who this servant is specifically. It doesn't explain that. It just gives us this. This is obviously, if you know the story from the hadith and the commentary,
I do.
They tell you that this is the night journey, right?
Yeah, quite popular.
But the Quran doesn't tell you that. The Quran doesn't have those details in it.
Which is why we have the hadith and everything left behind by the Prophet.
Right. But this is where the problem comes. Because remember the verse I showed you? It said that the Quran is a detailed explanation of everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then we go to certain passages in the Quran, and it's not a detailed explanation. It's actually pretty vague if we're just relying on the Quran. You need to go outside the Quran to get other details and explanations.
Mm-hmm. Let me get back to you on that later.
Sure.
I'll do a little bit of research.
You marking down the verse so you can remember?
Wait, let me just do that.
Mm-hmm. So remember, the first verse was chapter 12, verse 111. It says that the Quran is a detailed explanation of all things. Chapter 12, Surah Yunus, verse 111. And then the second verse where you're like, we were just looking at chapter 17.